Hello everyone, my name is Senior Airman Yang, here with Brigadier General Dan Begin. We are standing in front of the Minnesota F-16 here at EAA AirVenture 2026 to discuss America's 250th anniversary, as well as all the ways in which the National Guard serves our community. So welcome, General Begin.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Of course. And so as America celebrates its 250th anniversary, what does it mean to you that the National Guard traces its roots all the way to the citizen soldiers who helped to find this country?
Yeah, that's a great question. To me, it's pretty simple. If you look down at what I'm wearing right here, this is an Air National Guard Minuteman. And if you don't realize this actually represents the Minutemen that fought at Lexington and Concord and throughout the Revolutionary War. So our roots really date back to the Revolutionary time. So even though most of the departments within the Department of War are a lot newer than that, the Air National Guard and the Army National Guard date back to that colonial era, lasting over 250 years.
How does the National Guard tell America's story through its history and the work that it currently does today?
Yeah, it's also a great question. I would say our people tell the story. You know, it's not a common theme outside the Air, the Army Guard, but within that, we're all citizen soldiers or citizen airmen. The majority of the Air National Guard, over 80%, and some wings over 90% are part-timers, which really means they have a full-time job on the outside, raising a family, supporting their community, doing things that they love to do as a civilian. Then they also serve in the military. Many of us, including myself, were full-time Air Force at one time, and then went on to be a part-time guardsman as we decided to try to do multiple things at one time. And I think just our presence in the community outside the fence line, we call outside the base boundary, showcases to the rest of our local communities, why we serve, how we serve, and just being present and visible is really, I think, the best way and the constant way in which we do that.
We often hear and know about major responses and major emergencies. And what other ways does the National Guard help to support our community year-round?
Yeah, so I'll touch on the first part. I mean, it's pretty obvious, and whenever you see the National Guard in pre or post-disaster preparedness, you'll see them doing things to prepare for natural disasters or doing recovery. So that's in front of the camera and pretty often. The other things that we do is community outreach, right? It's just showcasing what we do, how we can help the community in kind of a general sense, but even more specific. For example, up in Duluth, Minnesota, where this F-16 is based out of, our firefighting organization on base actually supports the entire airfield. So that's not the case in every single base, but you have a lot of concurrent jurisdiction, which is another fancy term for what I just said. But you have folks that work on the base that also support off base.
For all the young people who are here, or for all the families that may be watching, who want to make a difference and serve their communities, what opportunities does the National Guard have to offer?
Well, that is a great question. I'll make sure I look directly at the camera for this. So we represent, I would say, a cross-section of the entire United States of America. You could do anything from fly aircraft to fixed aircraft, to be a intelligence officer that works on all the intel that we need when we either do something domestically, but more importantly, do things to support our commanders around the world. We have civil engineering, we have finance, we have space and cyber. I could keep going, but I'll lose track when I get to 10. But there is such a vast number of mission areas in the Air National Guard that you can choose from. Really, it's kind of like choose your own adventure. And there's public affairs. I mean, there really are lots of great opportunities. And on top of that, you can start in one career field and cross-train and go into another. And that's something that a lot of folks don't realize. Does it happen all the time? No, but I know plenty of both enlisted and officers that have chosen to go from one career to the other, and sometimes went back to the first one. So it really is a great opportunity to serve part-time, full-time, and usually in something that you already find a lot of interest in.
What is one core message that you want our community to take home with them today?
Oh, core message. You know what? We are here for you. We represent each local community where our bases are, but we also represent the country. We also represent our Department of War, and really when it comes down to it, our job is number one is Homeland Defense, but the other two legs of the National Guard triad are partnerships around the world, and then making sure that we can secure our nation's resources and uphold our ideals around the world. So kind of 3 legs of our National Guard triad. But the bottom line is we do that on behalf of the American people.
All right, there we have it. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
General Begin, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Have a good day.